All right, joining us now, Texas Senator Ted Cruz. You know, I'd love to do another debate with Gavin Newsom and Governor DeSantis, my governor, or maybe if maybe you should debate Gavin Newsom. I think we should all have the conversation publicly. If he wants to act like Donald Trump, let's see if he can pull it off.
Well, look, I'm more than happy to do that. You know, Gavin Newsom is very good at being slick. He's very good at running away from the facts and running away from the record. But you think about California. California has massive advantages. It has beautiful scenery, beautiful natural resources. The Pacific Ocean is gorgeous. The mountains are incredible. The weather is 75 degrees all day long. It's been blessed to be an incredible economic engine of this country for decades, and it is amazing. I spend a lot of time in California. As you know, my wife, Heidi, is a native Californian. When I'm out there, I look around and I'm like, how did these people manage to screw this place up? And it's a combination of every bad left-wing idea. So it's out of control taxes, it's out of control regulations, it's out of control lawsuits. You try to start a business, you'll get sued like crazy. Your house gets burned down in a fire, you can't rebuild the house, you can't afford it. You couldn't get insurance because the lawsuits are so bad there, no one would insure your house to begin with. And you know what? Before your house burned down, you had people breaking in and robbing it because the police there won't prosecute criminals. They won't lock up someone who attacks you. Their view is abolish the police. Their view is let the criminals go. And that's not to mention the illegals that Gavin Newsom is inviting in. If you're an illegal alien, come to California. If you're a Venezuelan gang member, come to California. If you're a murderer or rapist, Gavin Newsom wants you to come to California. And the double standard, look, I get how Hollywood gazillionaires can live in opulence along the Pacific Ocean. But it is incredibly hard for working men and women. If you're a cop in California, if you're a teacher in California, if you're an electrician in California, it is really tough to make ends meet. And there's a reason the people of California are fleeing. They are fleeing and coming to Texas. One of my favorite statistics, Sean, the cost of a one-way U-Haul from California to Texas is more than 300% the cost of a U-Haul going the other way around, because they're all going one way. They ain't going the other. And I'll give you an even more stunning statistic. The cost of a one-way U-Haul from Silicon Valley to Austin, Texas, is more than 500% the cost of a U-Haul going the other way, because no one's going the other way.
Because you're doing U-Haul a favor. If you're going from Texas to California, you are actually doing U-Haul a favor by getting that vehicle or that trailer back to California for more people to even exit. What do you make of the fact the Democratic Party is such an identity crisis? They're paying tens of millions of dollars how to communicate with men. You see these different iterations, if you will, of Gavin, Gavin the podcaster, sitting down with Bannon and Charlie Kirk. Then it's Gavin trying to be Donald Trump. What you don't see is Gavin lowering crime rates. You don't see Gavin fixing his broken schools. You don't see Gavin helping the people in Pacific Palisades. You don't see Gavin, out there rolling up his sleeves and getting the job done. And I don't know, maybe he thinks this is going to work. Maybe that'll rile up at the base of the Democratic Party that's radicalized, but that's not going to sell. America does not want to be California, especially in its current condition.
No. Look, unfortunately, today's Democrat Party has abandoned common sense. You look at the principles that make Texas such a success, that make Florida such a success. Low taxes, low regulations, reasonable lawsuits. You let small businesses and entrepreneurs create small businesses and succeed. You secure the borders, you support law enforcement, you protect people's families, you protect people's children, and you protect people's constitutional rights, their free speech, their religious liberty, their Second Amendment. None of that is radical, none of that is extreme, and yet Gavin Newsom and the rest of the Democrat Party, they exist for one purpose right now, to hate Donald Trump. You look at President Trump federalizing the police in D.C. Just this week, we've seen crime rates in D.C. plummet, robbery rates, carjacking rates plummet. And the Democrats like Gavin Newsom, they are booing. They are unhappy. The corporate media, they are booing. They are unhappy. And you know what this is illustrating? That all the rest of these Democrat cities could reduce crime too. It reminds me, Sean, of when Gavin Newsom, when President Xi from China came to San Francisco, Newsom cleaned up all the homeless people and drug addicts, and that told all the people of San Francisco he could have done it last week or last month, but he didn't because they didn't matter nearly as much to him. Their kids didn't matter as much as the leader of Communist China.
Well said. And by the way, congratulations to you, Governor Abbott, and the Republicans in Texas on that redistricting fight that you won today. Congratulations.